Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get a very dramatic, short length, feathered mega volume doll eye set. Just very textured, not wispy, but just feathered. So for today's products, I am going to be using the London Lash. This is the London Lash review video. So for the lashes, I'm going to be using the MAYFAIR CC Curl in 0.03, the London Lash Royal Bond Adhesive. It is a 1-second dry time glue. I'm also going to be using their SUPERBONDER, which is the same thing as a sealer. You use this afterwards when you're done. I'm also going to be using the Cherry Cleanser. It's not a primer, it's pretty much just a cleanser. And then the Teflon eye pads. So these pads have completely blown my mind. I am showing you guys here how sticky they are. You stick them on there and they don't budge. They're just gonna stick on there. It's really good for clients who do get watery eyes, especially if they have sensitivity to the hydrogel with regular iPads. So this one, you place them on there and they're good to go. They will not budge. As you guys can see, I'm having fun playing with them. So the tweezers that I'm going to be using to create my mega volume fans is the curved tweezer. I think this is titanium black and LPNY. I'm also going to be using the 45-degree angle tweezer in 26. And then I'm also going to be using the curved isolation tweezer. Again, I'm going to have everything linked down below for you guys. That way you guys have easy access to it. I'm probably not saying the tweezer's name right, but just in case, I'm going to have everything linked down below. Okay, and then now I'm just setting up my lash tile. And I also wanted to show you guys a quick little demo of how easy their lashes fan. So quick tip, always make sure to brush your lashes out. You don't want to go straight into just making your lashes because sometimes the lashes might be stuck a little bit together. So when you brush them out, it helps them to feather out. That way when you start making your fans, they're nice and ready to go. So I realized that my camera shot in this angle is not good. So I try to show you guys how easy it was for me to make that fan really straight to the point. And I was trying to get it, but it just wouldn't show itself. So I had to slow it down here for you guys and push pause. That way you guys can see the fan. Just look how beautiful that fan came out. Thin bases. It was just so perfect. Okay, so the actual lashing part, I know it took me a little while to get to this point, but I just wanted to show you guys the details. So I am going to be taking the Teflon eye pads and pretty much just taping down her bottom lashes. You guys already know that normally I like to wash her lashes before I put on the eye pads, but I'm going to be showing you guys a different method today since I am going to be using the Cherry Cleanser. So I'm pretty much just placing the eye pad, and technically you don't need tape with these iPads just because of how sticky they are, but I wanted to go ahead and make sure that those iPads were secure. My sister does tend to water for no reason. She just has very sensitive eyes, so I'm gonna tape them down just for extra precaution. And honestly, the iPads did not move at all the entire session. Normally I had to like put them down, fix them, move them around, make sure that she's comfortable, but these iPads did not budge. They're a complete lifesaver, especially when it comes to clients that just won't stop tearing up. Okay, so you guys want to make sure that your iPads are comfortable, they're not bothering her. And then now we're going to get into the mapping. I think this part is the most difficult part, and it's a little confusing just because of how much texture and lengths we're going to be using. We're going to be using so many lengths. So before we do that, I do want to not prime, because I keep forgetting it's not a primer, it's a cleanser. So we're gonna cleanse her lashes. It is designed to rid the lashes of all oils, dust, dirt, and makeup. So pretty much it's like a foam wash as a primer. That's pretty much the concept of it. Like that's the way I understand it. It's such a cool product for people who don't like to have foam or soap directly on their eyes. So this is definitely a good product to try out if your clients are really sensitive to foam or you just brushing their eyes with foam. So definitely try this out if you are looking to replace your foam wash, especially when your clients already come in with clean lashes. This is just a little pre-treatment. That way you don't have to go the extra mile and actually wash your lashes with foam. So now you're gonna brush those lashes, fan them out, make sure they are nice and dry before we start application. Okay, so now we can get into the mapping. Like I was mentioning earlier, this mapping is probably one of the hardest ones I've done here on my channel. Normally, I like to stick with easy to follow mapping, but this one, I just wanted to do something different. I don't think I've ever done anything like this on my channel. Normally, when I do wispy sets, I do them wispy and it's easy to follow, but I am doing a very feathered textured look. So we are going to be working within layers and adding different numbers within layers, but also in different sections. So as you can see here, I pretty much split it up within different sections. I am doing a doll eye, so I'm going to be using the longer lengths in the middle, but like I said, there's so many numbers that we're going to be working with, so you do have to pay attention to the details, to the numbers. So just to clarify what it is that exactly that I'm doing, I'm going to start off with the top numbers are going to go on the first layer of the lashes. The second row is going to go on the second layer of lashes, and the bottom row is going to go on the bottom row of lashes. So I'm going to show you guys in a bit what it is that I'm doing, that way you guys can understand. So I'm going to split it up here for you guys so you guys could get the idea of what it is that I'm trying to say. So again, that's going to be the first numbers that are going to go on the top row. Then this is going to be the second ones that are going to go in the middle row, and then the last one are going to be in the last row. So I'm going to start off with the bottom row and then work my way up. So I am going to be doing the tape back method, that way you guys could easily follow along and know exactly what lengths to use. So if you guys do want to do this method without the tape back, it's going to be a little difficult to understand what number goes where, just because it is a little bit harder to see the layers within her lashes. So I highly recommend to do the tape back layer, that way you could pull out the bottom row, work on the bottom row, follow the numbers, and then once you're done with that, you'll do the second row, follow the numbers, and then lastly you're going to work within the top row, and then that'll just be easy peasy after that. So the numbers will make a lot more sense once you see me actually start lashing. Okay, so I quickly wanted to point out my sister's lash line. You can clearly see that her lash line is very, very wide. I have used her in a couple of my layering videos, and a bunch of you guys had complained saying that it looks painful because it looks like you're stretching out her eyelids because they're so white. That's just how her natural eyelids are. As you can see, they're very, very white. So when I do pull back her lashes, it looks like I'm putting pressure on her lashes when I'm not. And you guys will see in a bit what I mean by that. So now I'm getting ready for my tape. So this pink tape is similar to the NextCare sensitive tape, not 100% similar. It is very similar, but you can find this tape on Diva Lashes, and I'll have it linked down below for you guys because I already know somebody's gonna ask. So technically I did cut this tape in half, but one section ended up coming out thicker, which is this section. So this is exactly what I mean by when I pull back her lashes, her eyelid looks very white and it looks painful. It is not, I promise you. I ask my clients, I always make sure if they're feeling comfortable, if they're feeling any pain, they will let you guys know. If you're hurting them, they will let you know. So always make sure to check with them. So now I'm pretty much just pulling out the bottom row. We're going to work within the bottom row first. It'll be a lot easier. This method is also very, very helpful if you do struggle with isolation, because as you can see, you're pulling out hardly any lashes, so it's a lot easier to isolate, and it's a lot easier to help you pretty much lash all your lashes because you're able to see them. So again, I'm just pulling out the bottom row, and the tape was bothering me, so I had to fix it, make sure that everything was good. If you do notice that your lashes are pointing straight towards you, you could pull back that tape and then pretty much pull your client's lashes down towards the pad, and that's going to rearrange your eyelid a little bit better. That way you could see them and not have them directly pointing at you. As you can see, it made a big difference, and also it reassures that their eyes are completely shut. Okay, so now let's just get straight into the lashing. I am working with 11s right here in the middle section. So I am doing a doll eye. So normally when I do a doll eye, I like to start right in the middle. That way it kind of sets the whole mapping out for you. So again, I'm showing you guys that I am making my fans as I go because I already know somebody's gonna ask. So yes, I like to make my fans as I go because that way it kind of helps me determine how big I should make my fans. Okay, so like I said, just follow the numbers within the section that you are working in. Right now I'm finishing up 11s and then working my way to the outer, and then inner corners I'm going to save for last. So again, start off in the middle and then work your way out. Like you see here, I'm pretty much done with the first or the last row because we did the last row, and then now I'm going to pull out the second layer, and these ones you're going to do 12, 11, 10, and 9. So again, the mapping is pretty easy to follow when you actually pay attention to it. It looks difficult, I understand, but once you actually pay attention to the details, you'll see how easy it is. So once you get the bottom row done, the second and the third row are pretty much easy peasy. Again, you're going to be doing 12, 11, 10. So as you guys can see here, I'm working within the second row, and it's very simple, honestly. As long as you get the mapping down, then it's so easy to follow. Like I said, it looks complicated, but it's easier than what it looks like. So now you guys know the deal. I'm gonna put some music, that way you guys can see the process of what I'm doing instead of hearing me go on and on about it. So I'll be right back to give you guys some more pointers.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive.
So you guys pretty much saw me pull out the tape and pretty much start working on the last layer. The last layer or according to what we're doing. The first layer is the easiest one to do because all you have to do is follow the top row numbers. So simple to do. So you're probably wondering why I did short, middle to longer lengths. So when you do this, you're actually creating density within the set. On top of you using thinner diameter lashes, you're able to create thicker fans, which gives it that fullness that you need. But also using shorter lengths on the bottom rows create density. And a lot of you have been wondering, how do you create such dense lashes and make them look so full? And this is actually a very, very good trick because the lashes are lighter. It kind of creates like little bunches at the bottom, and it pretty much makes it look more fuller, more darker, more dense. So now I pulled back the the inner corners. So we're going to be working within the inner corners. So when it comes to the inner corners, it drops down to 2 layers down to 1 layer. So I'm going to be doing 11 and 10. So I actually did not use the top row numbers. So now I'm doing 11 and I'm going to be adding 10s in between to kind of create that fullness. And then now I'm working within 9 and 8 in the inner corners. So pretty much that is as simple as it goes. It's very simple. It looks harder, but it is simple. I promise you guys, if you guys just follow the numbers, you'll get it down easily. So now I'm just finishing off with sealer. You guys already know the deal. So this is the Super Bonder. Of course, you want to wait about 2 minutes before you place the last extension, before you start placing the bonder. And this is pretty much going to help cure the lashes from the inside out, outside in. That way the glue is completely dry. And on top of it too, it'll help the glue cure, so that way they're able to get the lashes wet right afterwards, so they don't have to wait another 24 hours to wet their lashes. So that is a really good thing about Super Bonder. I prefer this over a mister. A mister pretty much doesn't do nothing for me, so I prefer sealers and bonders over misters. So again, we're just gonna fan them out, make sure they're nice and dry, and that pretty much wraps up today's video. If you guys did like it, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Go show London Lash some love. Again, everything is going to be linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss out on future lash content. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.